Hello.
Hello, everybody. So this is the show that was supposed to be last week, and like I said, I take full responsibility for why that didn't happen quite, because I dropped the ball with telling Polly that my internet was back up. So he did Polly things instead.
Do you want to know what the poly things were?
Yeah, I do. I'm dying to know.
Okay, so what happened was I went over to a friend's house and a bunch of people were hanging out drinking. So I hung out there for a little while and then started drinking. And then I realized if I keep drinking, I'm not going to be able to like drive out of here because, alcohol and such.
Uh-huh.
And so then I came back home, got something to eat, and then fell asleep. And then I woke up to, oh, here's the link to the stream and a whole bunch of DMs on both Discord and Twitter saying, where the fuck are you? What the fuck? Poor Weebo, you've abandoned her.
Oh.
That was my night.
I was totally fine though, just saying. It got real for a hot second there. It got serious Weebo for a large chunk of the show, but I think people enjoyed it anyway. Lion Patriot. Polly drinks? Yeah, apparently Polly drinks. Who knew?
From time to time. Mm-hmm. Can we all stop just for a moment and appreciate Weebo's hat? Can we do that?
I'm wearing it again because Polly didn't get a chance to appreciate it last week, guys. Oh. Look at that.
I mean, I saw it. I watched the stream that you did, and it was great. The most ambitious crossover ever.
Yeah, because we're going to do a Noir bar after this one, too. That's what was supposed to happen last week.
Mm-hmm. We're going from this into a seamless blend into the past.
Mm-hmm.
And going to hang out at Noir bar.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. I don't have a link yet. But I will put it in the thing as soon as I have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Gib hat. Yeah, so when is that hat up on your merch store?
Not yet. So this is a test hat. I only have this because I ordered it 2 months ago, I think. When I started, not even 2 months ago, maybe like a month and a half ago. But I ordered it thinking, all right, I want to see what this might look like on an actual hat. And so I didn't want to release it because, one, I wasn't going to release another Thought Patrol for a while. And two, I didn't know what it was going to look like. And I don't want to give y'all shitty quality hats. That's just,
right.
But anyway. So I got in the mail this weekend, and it just so happens that I'm also working on another Thought Patrol. So the moment that Thought Patrol drops is the moment that this hat merch is going to drop as well on the merch store. So keep your eyes posted. You will know when it is available. Y'all have to wait. I have to build hype. That's the thing. I have to market the hat before the hat actually exists. This is something new I'm trying. I've never done this before with like merch release with an actual video. So I'm promoting the hat and the actual video, even though I haven't told y'all what it's going to be about yet. There are a few possibilities. You should realize there are a few. But right now I'm actually working on another video that I posted the official trailer to today. It's going to be out on Friday, and I think maybe Satsu sent me his voice part because Satsu has a cameo in this. Woo! I don't know if I've gotten it yet, but at some point in the next 24 hours, he's going to send that to me. I'm going to finish the editing process, and then it's going to go out to y'all. But, it's okay. Satsu can take his time. He had his wedding anniversary this weekend, so that's allowed. I'm going to get this out of the way before we continue on. Lady Stanfield, thank you for the donation. Can I get one of those hats and walk around the nearest college with it on? You very well can, sir. I encourage it, honestly. Please do. Please do. Much appreciated if you do.
Weebo Jones holds no legal responsibility for any unfortunate encounters that you may have following the wearing of her hats.
True. I'm just here for the vibes, man. I just make the damn things. I don't actually have any legal responsibility for them. Once they leave the shop, they're none of my business at all. So, Polly.
So your Stark Industries shirt reminds me of something.
Yeah.
How goes that video on the men's?
Well, everything else is done. We just have to record it together, Polly.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're waiting on?
Mm-hmm. We were supposed to do it Thursday, I believe.
Yeah, but you said that you weren't ready.
No, I said I was ready, but you weren't up to it at that point. So we postponed, and that gave me a little extra time to prep. But the only thing that I really have to prep is, I don't know, maybe if I'm feeling really anal about the presentation, I can download the audio clips that I use to test out the pitch analysis for the gentleman.
You should get very ambitious in the intro. Start working on it now. Do it like, graphic design, editing, the whole 9 yards, and have like It's Raining Men playing, and it's nothing but like the various men that you'll be rating falling from the top of the screen. Come on, you can do it.
Oh, okay, I might do that. But I might do it with the comic book characters and just have them fall out of the sky. I'll just Photoshop all of them into like an isolated PNG or JPEG or whatever it is. And then just have them fall down. And this is actually, I like this.
Yeah. And pick somebody's parody song of it. Like, don't go with the original, like, not just for the copyright aspect of it, but for the hilarity of it. Like, yeah, it's raining, man. Someone's terrible karaoke version.
I wonder if they have a shitty flute version of It's Raining Men.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice. The recorder version of It's Raining Men. Yeah. Daniel Fullman says she just wants to watch muscular men some more. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Weebo's never hidden that. Like, the whole point is just to objectify men.
That's literally the whole point of this video. It's equality, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited a lot for this. Because the effort that I put into this analysis, Polly, I want you to know it trumps any research I've ever done in my entire life, including on the academic level. This is some top-notch, top-tier analysis right here.
This makes me feel so sad.
Why? Because the fact that I would spend time doing that is very sad, or the fact that I showed you up is so sad.
Well, see, this is the thing. This is not the first time that chat. Let me tell you something. Okay. I'm gonna tell you something, chat.
Let me tell you something.
This is not the first time that this has come up. Far from it. Okay. Weebo has repeatedly said, like, has made it a competition. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen over on my channel, did this like top hottest women in the MCU. I had this idea and I thought, oh, you know what? I'll bring Weebo over and I'll do this like a collab with her, and she could sit there and be funny and like judge my taste, and that would be the hilarity. She's going, no, that woman is, you're crazy for thinking that, or whatever, And it was not supposed to be a scientific approach. I'd never intended it to be. As a matter of fact, it never even occurred to me. It was a wholly and entirely subjective thing from the beginning. I'm just sort of as a matter of instinct. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to do it. And like, taste is subjective anyway, right? But yet, Weebo immediately turned it into this competition thing. Now, I ask you, Chad, let's say you're walking down the street, okay? You're minding your own business. And then all of a sudden, a friend of yours walks up beside you and goes, okay, it's a running competition, and they take off. And then when you eventually like catch up to wherever they are with your slow-paced walk, they go, haha, beat you.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
Like, could you not just shrug your shoulders and say you were in competition with yourself? I never said there was a competition. You made that up.
But
that's what's going on here.
I have stubby legs, so I would automatically lose any running competition. But two, in parallel with that, you have like eons more experience in the researching field that I do. So therefore, you have a leg up, sir.
I feel the need to point out again, this isn't a competition. Like, what is it? Like, see, I was not trying to do research. What I really did was list off all the MCU women I could think of, and then put them into a Microsoft Word sheet, and just looked at them and reordered them, going, who's hotter? I fucked around for like 15 minutes thinking about it. Slept on it, came back the next day, looked at it, changed it a little bit more. There, I was done. That was my entire process.
Well, see, Polly, you challenged me when you said I couldn't make it scientific and that it wouldn't be scientific, that it would always boil down to inherent biases of the individual, me.
Right. And I still believe that.
Yes. And I negated that.
See, now here's the problem. Chat, let me tell you something. All right. Because she's putting me to the test and she's like trying to drag me into this thing. I don't know if you've noticed that, but she's like, keeps attempting.
No,
and being somebody who in undergrad focused on the philosophy of science and then went on to using quantitative methodology in grad school, et cetera, okay? A whole bunch of fancy academic words that don't mean much outside of a small group of people. I know how the scientific method works. And Weebo has not adhered to it for as much as she might like to think that she has.
I don't know what you're talking about. I showed you my spreadsheets.
Okay, listen. Numbers don't equate to science because you know who else uses numbers? Astrologers. So, like, what the fuck?
But it is science. And I will outline it for them in the recording when it is that we actually do the thing. It'll all make sense.
Would you like me to point out how it's not scientific?
Sure.
Do you actually want me to? Because I don't want to like crush your spirit.
Sure.
Well, because I don't really think that it needs to be. I think that needs to be the thing that's said from the outset. I think that this is an entirely subjective thing. And attempting to scientifically examine hotness. I mean, come on, seriously, think how ridiculous that sounds just on the face of it.
No, it's science, trust me.
Look, okay, like men in chat, like your Michael Trudell, your Holy Reaper. Hey, I'm Holy Reaper, how's it going? And Lion Patriot and Daniel Fulman, like all the men in chat, okay?
Yeah.
The last time you was filling up on some titties, were you like, oh, wow, these are a full 8.2 units of hot. My God. Like, this is not it. This is not the thing. This is...
That's not how I did it. That is not how it was done. You besmirched my spreadsheets.
You're like, it's just that you're putting numbers and stuff into a process that's entirely based in passion and chemistry and all sorts of other ineffable things, you know?
Agree to disagree.
Why can't you just go, hey, yo, look at that guy. That guy's pure beefcake. Hell yeah. Like, we all know who number one's going to be anyway. The cat's already out of the bag.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea who you could be talking about. Not a clue.
You know, Weebo?
Yeah.
Speaking of science,
mm-hmm.
Actual science, not that stuff you're fucking around with. Can you... That sounded so condescending. I apologize.
Wow.
I take it back. I apologize. Okay, so you're drinking out of your Yeti there.
Yes.
You also have other, you said you're a Yeti family. Your whole family uses Yetis and you've got multiple Yetis, but you also have other insulating beverage containers, correct?
Are you talking about my coffee mugs?
No, all you've got is Yetis. You ain't got no like Thermos brand or whatever the fuck.
If I do, they'd be in storage.
Oh.
But for the most part, we are a pretty Yeti family. And that's not because like I elect to go out and buy Yetis. It's just the Yetis were thrust upon me. Okay, I had no say in this. I think, just, they make a product and like all of the Yeti cups, the tumblers, they're different colors. And so if we get the different color ones, because this is actually my dad's Yeti. He left it here, and I don't want to get mine dirty because I'm going to use it for coffee tomorrow. But my Yeti is a different color for my dad's, for my stepmoms, for my brothers, for my aunts, my uncles, my cousins. We all have different color Yetis, so we don't get them confused because that's been a problem in the past. And then the other thing is that, they keep everything cold for a long time. Although they're not the only brand of insulated cup that does that.
Mm-hmm.
It's uniform. And so they're the go-to present to get someone for Christmas, where they were one year, and that's how we all ended up with Yetis.
Okay.
And then it just kind of stuck, and we advanced from Yeti tumblers to Yeti coolers and backpacks and smaller coolers, and now it's just become a part of my life. I can't escape it. Like, my boyfriend got a Yeti for Christmas last year. He's been indoctrinated into the family.
Mm. Well, the reason I say that is that you could put a video together that would actually be of great scientific interest.
Mm-hmm.
By here's a regular coffee mug, here's this thermos brand, and here's this supposed Yeti that's supposedly like the greatest insulating thermos type beverage of all time. Mm-hmm. And you could like throw some thermometers in there and actually run some tests and do it as like a time lapse video, and like that could be your like 1.2 million view thermal
insulating beverage cup video?
What's the word? Viral video.
There you go.
Well, I'm telling you, pseudoephedrine, man, hell of a drug. Jesus.
Maybe. I don't know. I think
I would be fascinated to see that personally. And the reason I say that is because I saw you drinking out of that thing, and I was looking at like a fancy thermos that I was going to buy, because I still have Amazon gift cards from fucking Christmas, last Christmas.
Yeah.
This Christmas is coming up, for Christ's sake. And so I'm thinking like, oh, I should go buy one. And as soon as I go there and look, it's like, which size should I get? I don't know. And then I end up having like paralysis through analysis, you know?
Yeah, I understand completely. Actually, I find myself in that same scenario quite frequently. But I will say, the Yeti, like, they don't dig around. I've left this thing full of ice in the car on summer days for days on end, like hot summer days for days on end, and the ice was still there when I went back for it. It's kind of impressive. Okay, maybe days is an exaggeration. A day and a half in the hot summer sun, and it was still there. Like, there was still a substantial amount of ice. So they're a decent product. They keep things cold. Hot, less so, but then again, you know, I mostly use this for the coldness, although in the morning I do make coffee, put it in here, and then pour it into a styrofoam with ice so that I have iced coffee, because it's too damn hot in the summer.
For coffee? Fuck yeah. I'm a huge fan of coffee, but like, I mean, come on, iced coffee is where it's at.
Yeah, I've discovered the joys of iced coffee, especially working in a bar. I have a plethora of ice. If I'm not doing something with it, that's a waste. Thank you to the next 6 minutes who donated to the stream lab. Just say, here's a couple bucks for gummies to soak in sweet vodka for even sweeter movie marathons. One gummy to rule them all, and in vodka and losing them. Sub to this girl for great streams and videos. Also buy her merch. She patrols thoughts. Much respect. Word. Thank you, 60. I'm sorry that I couldn't make it to your stream this afternoon. I was out when you sent me the link, and then I didn't get back until I wrote back to you. And, you know, I missed it, unfortunately. Deep sad. Deep sad. And guys, remember, Polly also has his stuff in the stream Discord description, so definitely go check him out. And guess what? The most ambitious crossover event in all of history has finally undertaken itself. Hi, Far.
Ooh, Far's here.
Hi, Far.
Holy shit.
Hi, welcome to Far Ruins Everything, because I have food with me.
Ooh,
oh, great.
Excellent. All right.
What do you have?
Yeah. I have a burger, and I have zucchini chips. And
Ooh.
Zucchini chips? God, the Aussies have arrived. Holy shit.
It's delicious. I'll have you know.
Are they like dehydrated zucchini bits?
Oh no, it's like they cut up, right, and they just have like the kind of fuck. What do you call it? Shit, I am bad with words. Like crumbed. It's just crumbed outside.
Oh, breaded?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
That sounds good.
Yeah, oh, it is. Our only problem is you have to eat them hot, otherwise they taste like shit. Like,
Yeah,
it's
those are like-
really
Those like Burger King fries. I hate the pattern of the way that things have gone with fast food. I remember when fucking fast food fries weren't pre-half fried. You know what I'm talking about here?
No, I'm too young for
No.
that sense.
Okay, when they open up the you're actually not, because they only did this like 3-4 years ago. The giant bags of frozen French fries that they have are actually like half fried, and then they freeze them half fried. So it only takes what they're really doing is just crisping them up and defrosting them in the oil. And what that results in their mind is a faster product. But the truth is, they're, first of all, they don't taste as good. Second of all, the crisp is all fucked up. And third, as soon as they get even slightly cold, they're disgusting. Just saying.
Yeah.
Unholy Reaper brings up fried pickles. Y'all ever had a fried pickle?
Oh, yes.
I really don't like pickles.
I'm sorry.
I really don't like pickles. I'm
What?
sorry.
Like any pickles? Is that sweet gherkins as well as like dill?
Yeah,
With
it just
including
every
celery?
time I've ever had them, it's just like
Like pickles on a stick?
every time I have ever had a pickle, it's just been the worst experience.
I'm so sorry.
It's just
So
something about it.
Are they too
I'm not
crunchy?
really. No, it's not the crunch. Like, the crunch isn't the problem for me. It's just like something to do with the taste.
Oh, it's the vinegar then, probably. Yeah, that makes sense. Polly, what are your thoughts on pickles? I want to know.
Generally, I'm okay with a pickle. I do not like fried pickles. I don't get them. I don't understand it. Like a hot pickle? Nah, man. Nah. Like, I mean, if you want to go ahead and order them, that's fine. And I'm not going to complain while you eat them, unlike my ex-girlfriend.
Onions.
Well, onions are the devil's weed. That's just they're a
Onions
vile.
are fine.
No,
Onions are delicious. I don't understand your problem.
you know my troubled history with onions, Far. Okay,
No, I don't know a thing.
You have problems with onions, Polly?
Yeah.
Oh, you've never heard of this?
No.
Onions are. It's the lies I couldn't abide by. This is just the amount of times that people. Oh.
I mean, in all honesty, I understand, but it's just really fucking funny. Like, you lied to about the onions.
And I've come to find out this isn't just me. That lots of people growing up and lots of people like their girlfriend or their wife or whatever the fuck their situation is, they'll be like, is there onions in this? And they'll say no. And there is. Why do people always lie about whether or not they've even put onions in something? Like, listen, first of all, they're gross. Second of all, they give me really, really bad heartburn. And so when I'm asking if there's onions in something, it's because I'm trying to avoid pain, and people are just like, no, it's fine. It's like,
is it fresh onions or is it like sauteed onions? It's all onions then. Because the consistency of onions changes once it's been cooked. Fun fact.
Yeah. But it's all delicious, except for raw. Raw sucks.
Pickled onions is great.
No, I've seen those pickled pearl onions. I don't know what to think of them.
Oh, no. I pickle red onions and they're delicious. You just mix them up with some apple cider vinegar and sugar. And oof, it's so good. Daniel
Fullman just says, pickles are a big deal, and I'm not gherkin your chain. But, like that's the kind of thing that like a timeout doesn't seem just, like a band.
We will allow this. Thank you to Pinkalo, the driving 8 men. Try a cucumber next time, Far. Cucumbers are good. I like cucumbers with vinegar.
Like, I don't know, that entire line, like pickles, cucumber, it's just dead to me.
All of them, every single one.
Yeah, well, we should start listing off the amount of things that Far doesn't like Like it's half the things on the planet, honestly. Eggs, for example, like we're talking like chicken eggs.
It's the egg white. It gives me a headache.
Wolf.
The yolk is fine.
But it's the white part that you don't like?
Mm-hmm.
Racist.
Well,
oh yeah.
And so here's the thing. It's my personal opinion that the reason that eggs make Far sick is that she lives in Australia and they don't refrigerate their eggs. They just leave them sitting on the counter for weeks at a time, and they wonder why they get sick.
Ew.
Yeah.
We refrigerate our eggs.
Ew.
What the fuck do you want about? We just don't wash them.
It's a bit nasty.
Not like you guys do.
Yeah.
They leave their eggs covered in chicken schmoo.
Yeah, because guess what? That means less chance of getting salmonella from your fucking eggs.
Hey,
Really?
I'm not the one who's getting sick off of eggs.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, no, really. Like, there's a reason the goop is supposed to stay on.
Oh, don't say goop. Goop sounds weird. Goop reminds me of the vagina things for when
You're welcome. But like, I say that like seriously though, because it's not like you're eating that part. You don't eat the shell. So why is it such a big deal?
Yeah.
You're gonna throw it out anyway.
So then how does it prevent salmonella?
Protects the well, it's like an additional layer of shell.
Oh.
Really? Like, I forget exactly what it is, but that's basically what it does. It's just an extra layer of protection. Which you guys just
chicken schmoo.
wash off.
Like let's just call it what it is. It's chicken vaginal schmoo. And they're fine with leaving all that all over their eggs.
I don't see the problem.
I don't see the problem. And if all potatoes ask her why I'm bullying Far. See, this, if you guys only heard what happens in Discord, you would just,
I'm a terror. I'm a fucking terror.
She comes on here and she's like, this is sweet little victim. Yeah.
Guys, just keep in mind if you refresh the page, you will find links to all of Far's shenanigans in the description. That includes her Twitter, her YouTube, and her merch store. So,
you tracked it.
Yeah, you were like, I'm just gonna give her my Twitter, and I said, just Twitter? I think not, bitch.
Oh
shit.
Adonis asks how he can show me stuff because my Twitter's closed. My DMs are closed because happenings online that I don't want to get into.
Be crazy.
Yeah, there were some girls asking for weird stuff, and then a bunch of strange people showed up after I posted a few different videos that they seemed to disagree with. It's really weird ways. Anyway, yeah. Normally my DMs are open.
They love that voice. Woo.
See, look at Jacob Jett. He's there, FarZoosme ass in Discord. Can confirm. There you go.
I don't know what you're talking about. She's perfectly pleasant to me.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you.
See, I could be nice.
Yeah.
You know what I've never Googled in all the time that people have told me to do it?
Do it.
Do what? I haven't said haven't said the thing yet.
Google the thing that you haven't said yet.
No, I'm not going to. It's a blue waffle. I've never Googled blue waffle.
Oh, I've done that.
I have never Googled it either. I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah. It's, you know how I feel about it? The same way I feel about Two Girls, One Cup. Never seen it.
I'm never good. That because I got the heads up on that. The blue waffle, not so much. I was young and naive once upon a time. People took advantage of me in that respect. Hang on. Now that sounded weird.
Yeah, I was the one that would direct people to it. Never watching it, just be like, hey, you should look up this thing. I'm a dick.
And now I do it to freak people out. Does Far have a Streamlabs asks the next 6
No,
minutes?
I do not.
She has a
but she has
store,
an excellent merch store. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, and that is linked in the description.
Buy your shit.
Buy my shit.
We've been pressuring her for the longest time to put up on the merch store a pocket fetus plushie, and she just refuses to get around to it. It would be the most popular.
I don't even know how. I don't even know how to go about that, to be quite honest.
But that's a thing. Like you can have like plushies made. It depends on how complex they are in terms of how expensive they'd be. But it's a fairly straightforward design. That would be like the most successful thing ever. You know that, right?
Oh,
like
God.
you could be the owner of the next Hello Kitty empire.
Yeah, until people realize what a pocket fetus is.
Don't call it a pocket fetus. Damn it.
Well, it's too late. Holy shit. Imagine the awkward conversation that would be. Oh yeah, I want this plushie made. Oh, okay, what do you want it to look like? Well, it's pink and it has it's kind of like a tadpole, I guess. Like has two little knobby arms. Okay, and what's it called? Pocket fetus.
Two little knobby arms. Well, look, the avatar I'm using right now has two little knubby arms, and nobody thinks it's a fetus. It's adorable. It's a confused little otter.
Yeah, but it's because it looks
Otters.
Because it looks like
do
an
the
otter.
thing. Do the nasty.
Oh, you haven't bought into that, have you?
No, I just bring it up to get a reaction out of you.
I mean, first of all, it's not river otters that do that. It's sea otters that do that. And even sea otters don't do that. It's a giant conspiracy.
Wait, no, you just admitted that they do.
Yeah, how does that work?
Yeah, how exactly does that work if it's not river otters, it's sea otters, but it's not sea
but it's
otters.
also not sea otters.
It's a conspiracy.
No, because you misunderstood. I was implying that...
Is it the alien sea otters?
No. It's the claim. The claim is that sea otters do it, but the claim is false.
Sea otters.
You can't believe Irate Alex and his ilk spreading lies all around the internet because they can't deal with the
what, you can't believe
unbearable, adorable.
I agree with that.
Do river otters do the sexual?
I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry.
Forcibly. Oh, I spelled do wrong. Why otters force sex on other species? Sea otters are mean when it comes to mating. Antagonism in nature, sexual conflict, animal ethics. All about otters and reproduction. Ah, river otters. Here
Sweet.
All right. We're going to learn a thing today, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, shit.
All right. Reproduction and behavior. Should I bust out my National Geographic voice?
Well, hold on, really quick. Before you do read that, a couple of quick donations here. Thank you, Alpha Omega, for the $10. Very generous. Lies. I tell you, the anti-otter propaganda. See, Alpha Omega gets it. Anti-otter propaganda is what it is. Thank you very much for pointing that out. And thank you, Next 6 Minutes, for the donation. Somewhere there is a drawing of a giant otter in a rabbit suit. You may not have seen it, but have faith. It exists. If not, bug an Australian woman until she does draw it. Until then, sub to this otter for other great streams, comic book curation, and Noir Bar. Thank you very much, Six. At least 2 girls, 1 cup is fake, Polly said, or BG says. The director was dragged to the U.S. from Brazil for legal charges for trying to distribute it here.
I don't know if that was ever actually proved fake. Like, that was a huge thing around, like, is it fake or is it actually that they're eating the shit? But was it actually ever proved fake?
Was this ever? I didn't even know that was a story. Were people going out there saying that it was fake?
Yeah.
I don't follow the happenings of 2 girls, 1 cup.
Well, basically, because they tried to distribute in the US, and apparently that was a big no-no. The guy that made it, or at least one of the people that was associated with it, I forget which, he ended up in American court over it.
What? I have to ask, is eating shit on camera illegal?
I think it was something like an indecency thing. It was like something really fucking weird. I'm not entirely sure like what it was, but it was like something about it. It just wasn't quite 100% legal in America.
Huh.
And that I think that was one of the points of the thing. Like, is it fake or is it actually legit?
Could it have to do with the consumption of
Possibly.
matter being biohazard?
Possibly.
I would assume that would probably be why. River otters' sexual behaviors. Hopefully this isn't going to take us down a rabbit hole.
BG says, yeah, sure, Mr. I'm pissed Quaaludes are illegal. We're keeping an eye on you, Otter Boy. You know what? The fact that I cannot address my clinically diagnosed insomnia with the most effective pharmaceutical that has ever been offered for people that suffer from insomnia, Quaaludes, methaqualone, like just because of disco hopheads and Bill Cosby. I mean, seriously, this is like restricted. You put all sorts of controls on it. But the idea of completely discontinuing the production of it because a bunch of fucking disco people want to dance around and have weird sex to bad music in the late 70s, and Bill Cosby can't figure out how to properly run his fame for some game on women that he's got to. I mean, come on, this is not right. That's a reasonable position, isn't it?
Perhaps.
I'm just saying.
I found a piece of information, Polly. When a male sea otter, hang on. I gotta do this in my natural geographic voice. When a male sea otter finds a receptive female, the two engage in playful and sometimes aggressive behavior. The male often grabs the female, causing it to become swollen and bloody. The wounds from stop laughing. The wounds form pink scars that researchers can use to identify individual females. Okay, so that's not as bad as the sea otters, I guess. But, like, I wouldn't enjoy that. Personally. I don't know. I like my nose. It's cute and it doesn't need to be eaten. Far, thoughts? If you were an otter.
Yeah, I'd be a celibate for life. Fuck that.
Would this be except for you?
Thank you, Unholy Reaper, for the $25. Very generous for booze and ammo. Oh, bro, I need it for both. Thank you. It's greatly appreciated because I actually do need it for both. Speaking of which, I'm going to get a little off topic here, but Unholy Reaper will know what I'm talking about. That 277 Sig Fury. Interesting. It can manage to get 130 grain 277 caliber bullet up to 3,000 feet a second with a 16-inch barrel. Sure, you could do it with a 24-inch barrel. That Sig Fury manages to do it with a 16-inch barrel. How, you might ask? With a combination brass and steel case. Now, Sig isn't the first one to do this. There's been combination cases before, but they've put it out there as a production round. Interesting. So that's why I love Sig Sauer, man. Very innovative company. They're always doing new things, trying new things, and not everything's successful, but they're working at it. They're not Glock. No offense to anyone who likes Glock, but Glock just keeps putting out the same gun over and over and over again. And then they change one tiny little thing, or four little. Oh, look, we made the magazine eject button a little bit bigger. Oh, look, we put a magazine flare on the gun, even though we said we never would. Oh, we got rid of the finger grooves that nobody ever liked anyway. Oh, look, 5th generation. It's the same fucking gun. I mean, it's the definition of Tupperware cookie cutter thinking. And I mean, I get the idea. People try and defend Glock and they say, look, Glocks were great from the beginning. That's why they don't need to change them very much. Yeah, but it's the opposite of innovation. And then everybody gets all fucking pissed off when Glock doesn't win the U.S. military competition for the new pistol. Well, it was supposed to be a modular gun. The only company that submitted a modular sample to the competition was SIG. And all the Glock fanboys all over the internet are like, oh, no, you gotta pick Glock. Well, it's not the U.S. Army's fault that you personally identify with this company so much so that it hurts your feelings that the U.S. military didn't buy the gun that you had. It's not like your gun disappeared because they didn't pick it. None of this makes any sense.
Why are you laughing? Why I think you're laughing? Blink once for yes, twice for no.
Why are you two fucking snickering at?
It gets better even after the
Well, someone was obviously not looking at the screen.
Yeah, okay, then it was what I was thinking. Funny faces while you were going on. Far caught it. All right, Polly, I will say this. Shouldn't fix what ain't broke. If it works, don't fix it more.
If it works, don't fix it more. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I like, well, if that were the case, hey, muzzle loading muskets worked. And they did. And I actually am a fan of muzzle loaders. They're a lot of fun to shoot. But I mean, if there wasn't innovation, we'd all still be using flintlocks. Am I right?
Don't worry about it. I'd rather do that.
Like, well, Unholy Reaper.
You know how easy it would be to like stop a school shooter if they were using flintlock.
A muzzle loading flintlock, yeah, right.
The world would be a better place. Come on, seriously, it would be. Let's be honest here.
That sounds like a gun grabber talking point. The Second Amendment was referring to muzzle loaders only.
No. Because the right to keep and bear arms, they would have me give up my swords, and I could just rush some asshole with a foot loader with, a sword. You just go. I hope Lion got that one. I'm not doing it again.
Reaper did make a good point. He said, I'm waiting to see if it's another 224 Valkyrie. Yeah, I hear you. I know exactly what you mean. Like, everyone got super excited about the Valkyrie, man. And was there reason to be? I don't know. Do you really need to be pushing a 22 caliber bullet all the way to 90 grains and then trying to blast it at unbelievable speeds? What? They shatter in flight? You don't say.
All right, I'm going to take this opportunity to thank Evolved Potato for the shenanigans he dealt me over on the Streamlabs. America washes their eggs and Australia doesn't wash them. Both do it to protect from salmonella, which to my knowledge, there's research for both, so it's unknown which is better. And Polly is mean to all Australians, so Polly deserves it. Fair enough. And then thank you to Only Reaper, who also donated to the Booze and Ammo Fund, and also to remind the degenerates to join the Discord for games and movies. Yes, you can do that right in the description down below. We do movie nights and game nights every other Wednesday. They switch off. So this week it's movie nights, next week it's game nights, and I think, no, we haven't decided what we're playing next week, but I think it's probably going to be Conan, maybe?
Whoa! And all the dogs in the neighborhood started crying.
I can go way higher in pitch than that.
You're doing a Conan marathon. You're thinking of?
Yeah, we're doing Conan Exiles. It's a game, so that's next week.
Okay. I misunderstood. I thought like the way you did like a Lords of the Ring marathon, you were going to do a Conan movie marathon. I get you talking about the game. I hear you. Okay,
that would be fun, but no. So far I haven't actually put up the poll for what movie we're going to do this week. So I actually don't have an idea of what it is that people have put in the suggestion box, which is just the movies section of the Discord where they just rapid fire post what movies they want, and the first 11 to make it up thereafter. Top movie gets it. It's usually you get 3 votes for any movie that you want, or 3 votes across the board.
Oh.
That way no one's upset. Okay, it's 7 Days to Die next week, not Conan. Gotcha.
I'm trying to think what would be a good. I mean, Back to the Future seems like an obvious good choice. I mean, for like a marathon, especially because they literally do so right into each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like 2 takes off right where 1 ends, and same between 2 and 3 in a really awesome kind of way. If you were to watch them literally back to back, interestingly, if you were to cut out the title sequences, you could watch them as one big long 6.5-hour epic.
You could do that.
You'd probably have to edit out like slight things with like, I think the second movie at the beginning, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You could do, obviously, the Harry Potter is pretty classic in terms of marathoning ability.
God. Yeah, you could.
Although that's already lost to your 7th marathon run. You could do scary movies if you really wanted to. So the actual scary movie series, or you could do
the parody series. Okay, yeah.
The parody series, or you could do The Conjuring or Sinister.
Twilight, if you really wanted to suffer.
Well,
really could do that.
Well, we do have that up. That's on deck for Weebo and I, and Far, whether she likes it or not, is going to be there.
Yeah.
Yay, yet again. This will be my second time doing.
We can break it up. We don't have to do it all in one.
That's not true. That's not true. New Moon never made it.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, we never. That was the whole No More New Moon, but
right. We had trouble watching New Moon, technical difficulties.
Oh, you could marathon. No, this would be a little.
Oh yeah, Spirit Thief makes a point. You could do a Kevin Smith night.
Mm-hmm.
Clerks is a great movie. Mallrats is hilarious. Chasing Amy. I have vague. I don't know. I understand a lot of people really love Chasing Amy, so I'm not going to curse it out. Dogma was extremely overrated and not nearly as funny as people thought it was, in my opinion.
Polly, I just thought of a really great one. Neil Breen.
Oh yeah, a Breen Fest. Good call. Good fucking call.
I don't even know what they're talking about. Is this I'm Tanner.
Like, so you're aware that Polly and I like to watch absolute garbage, right?
Oh, yeah.
This is one of those level things, except it's fantastic, but not for the reasons Neil Breen wants you to think it's fantastic.
Oh, it's so bad it's good.
Yes.
Fantastic. Oh, I live for that kind of shit.
Yeah, it's like he has this real thing where it's like he wants you to believe that he's basically. Well, in one instance, yes, he is literally alien techno Jesus. Literally techno Jesus. But it's like, he's always a supernatural type being. Right? Or like, even if he's not a supernatural type being and he's supposed to be fucking human, he can't leave it alone. So he has to be special in some way. Like, usually it's hacking into the government. Like, I'm discovering all the government secrets.
Yeah.
He went on to Craigslist, right? And he bought a bunch of broken laptops, and he just abuses the shit out of them in every single fucking movie. Without fail. Every single one of them is just absolute laptop abuse. It's so funny as shit.
Oh, I need to experience.
Like,
what's up, Sinatra? He's in chat, and he claims that there are no good
my own being.
movies. I don't know what's Jay Bowman from Red Letter Media is a big horror fan, and he ends up watching all of these lower budget, like not B movie low budget, but just like smaller release horror films. And he claims there's a lot of really great ones going on. I'm not a massive fan of the horror genre, but you should check out his list, Sinatra. Like, he talks about like these little films that I've never heard of, and it's like, man, there's a really good suspense in that, and so forth. Like, I think they only got like Netflix releases and then limited theater runs, that kind of thing, but really good nonetheless. So
yeah, I'd like to do
so if you being a fan of bad movies where the person thinks that they're actually doing something great, Neil Breen is near the top of the list for those people.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Although he's a little concerning at times, like later on, because you start to realize, like, is this his manifesto?
And Lion Patriot actually makes a good point. All of Sinatra's chats had to be approved, every single one of them, and he didn't say. All he just said is there's no good horror movies. It's just that he's Sinatra. Like he's got this dark cloud that YouTube has put over his head wherever he goes.
Poor Sinatra.
I know, right? Like it's
So
this is what I say. I'm not even trying to like fuck around. The two people that I know that are the most hard done by on YouTube is first Tommy Sotomayor, and then right after him, Sinatra. Nobody catches more hell than these two guys. It's terrible. It's indie. BG says, yeah, indies, you get outside Hollywood and there's good stuff being made. Yeah, absolutely. It's the fuck Hollywood, man. They're all $300 million epics that are marketed to China. I changed my mind.
Mod you. Oh yeah, I can do that. Hang on. Let me open up the stream. Speaking of streaming and ambitious crossovers and yada yada yada, I had an idea for a charity stream again.
To benefit.
So I think this time it would be veterans instead of children. So
nice.
You know, and I was thinking the idea, obviously. The idea behind the charity stream is that it would be basically a Christmas stream variety show, but it would be a musical Christmas stream. Because I got a lot of people specifically on like the Friday show, but there's been talk previously of having me bust out some of my instruments and play them for the people. And I would need to practice a little bit for that. But I know a fuck ton of Christmas songs on the violin. And so I'd like to be able to apply that to something worthwhile at some time in the near to soon future. And so I was thinking about it while I was playing the violin on Friday, because y'all inspired me. I busted it out. Thank you all. Congratulations. And I was thinking of doing a Christmas musical stream where I, encourage other people to create original versions or like cover versions of their favorite Christmas songs, or just Christmas in general, or anything Christmassy. And I would put it in the stream and just have it kind of go for like 2 hours straight. But it would be a variety show, not just music oriented, but you could do whatever you wanted. But it'd be Christmas themed, and it would be for charity for veterans. Thoughts, everybody? You can poo-poo my idea, but I think it was a good one. I think.
No,
It's a good one.
It is a good one. You're just, for me anyway, chopping up a little bit, internet connection type stuff and things.
Sorry.
Yeah, for me too.
Sorry.
Your internets don't like
right.
you.
That's not my fault. I guess Xfinity has still not 100% healed up everything that it is that they fucked with on Friday. Because it was out for a solid couple of hours there, and then it was back on. But at that point, I wasn't even home.
Polly could do a reading.
Yeah.
Like a live read, or like a reading on a dead person?
A reading on a dead person.
Me to get with
channeling?
What does that mean? What are you talking about?
Oh my God. Okay, never mind. Cool.
Like, you mean like channeling Eric
Yes.
reading? Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
like a reading, like a live read, but this time it would be something Christmassy.
You know what I should probably get started on right fucking now if I actually want it up for the right time?
Mm-hmm.
Last Halloween, I wanted to do a read of Legend of Sleepy Hollow.
Mm-hmm.
Because I love Legend of Sleepy Hollow. Great fucking story, great Americana myth, frightening as hell in its original form. And it's when I started to read it, that is not an easy read. Irving Washington's writing is really old-timey, man. And it's to read it, I'm constantly like stumbling and so on. It's not written in a modern, easy to flow sense. So I'm like having and words that I was constantly having to look up how to fucking pronounce them. Like, what does that even mean? And so it took so long, and I didn't even get it done. And like, if I want it ready for this Halloween, I should probably fucking start right now.
Do it.
Yeah, do
in
it.
the process.
And I could actually make a big fucking deal out of it, thinking with like scary music and sound design in the background of clopping horse hooves and so forth, wind blowing and all of that jazz.
Do it. Lion, if I reset my router, the whole stream goes down for me. And then yes, I know. I have retarded internet. Sorry.
Oh, you just cut
all
out
the way
again.
downstairs for that.
No, it's fine.
God damn it!
It's fine. Everyone's still getting the gist of what you're saying. That's what counts.
That's good. Good. Okay, so then we know that it's my fault that the show is going to be super choppy later, too. Yay!
Oh, well.
The good part is that when you're listening back to it after the fact, it just skips.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Only when you're listening live does it sound choppy. It just sounds skippy after the fact. So it'll be like you're watching a Philip DeFranco video. Just fast, hard cut. Like Weebo's arms will be moving real quick and jumping around. And fuck Philip DeFranco. Did I make that point yet? I don't think I've said that.
No, hang on. Can you say it one more time? I don't think I quite got it. I think you broke
Fuck
it.
Philip DeFranco.
Oh, you mean that Phil?
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. I haven't actually watched a show of his. I have so much more free time with my life. Did I cut out again?
No.
Slightly.
Well, no, it's just that you're the host of the show and you keep leaving dead air. What the fuck's up with that?
Well, I thought you guys would like commentate on it.
But-
And when was the last time you watched a Philip DeFranco show? Jeez.
Accidentally, I clicked on his second channel and didn't realize it till it was too late. And I see him on the screen, he starts fucking talking. And I'm like, no, I don't want this.
Shit.
Like, that's the only time I've ever watched a Philip DeFranco video, though. So it just didn't ever interest me. And it's just, he clickbaited me.
Rough.
He fucking clickbaited me. I'm still pissed about it.
I mean, I'm still subscribed to him, but I don't watch his content. So we're on our way out, ladies and gentlemen. It's about that time. I don't unsubscribe from people very often, but when I do, it's kind of like official.
Is that what your inbox looks like? Your sub box rather? And it's just you're only clicking on like 10% of the videos that are coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I only get 10% of the videos that are actually uploaded is the thing. You know, YouTube in all of its glory decides that we're just gonna not give you everything that you want. Sucks to suck, bee.
Lion Patriot says he would totally buy a Poly OS.
Like Polyo's, like cereal.
Oh.
I'm like thinking,
No.
dude, I have nowhere near the coding ability to design my own operating system, man. I appreciate the confidence.
It's like Temple OS. It's just all Poly.
Yeah. This is this stupid little dancing otters from the mid-90s, you know, like it's
I don't even have the skills to create an operating system.
Now you are a coder, Weebs, and you have
experience for that.
You've got the computer skills and stuff. Have you watched the Down the Rabbit Hole on Temple OS? Oh, you should. You love it the most.
I should probably. There's a lot of things I should watch. Neil Breen being at the top of that list now.
Yeah. Double down. That's where I'd start. It is one of the greatest things committed to celluloid. It is.
Interesting.
It's like Far said though. There is such an obvious through line with everything that the man does. It's the same, basically the same character again and again, just kind of amplified. He always plays a guy who has special knowledge that is living on the outskirts of society, as an outcast of society, specifically because of the special knowledge that he has that's usually related to the true nature of the world and the intensity of corruption in government. And he is feared by government and people in power because of his special knowledge. And I know that sounds general, but like watch one of his films. It's always the way that it is.
That's exactly what it is.
So it's
Every fucking time.
wish fulfillment.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. Mary Sue to the nines. It's like, I think he has this idea that it's like, oh, I'm doing sci-fi films and this is the way that they're done. And it's like, Mr. Breen, maybe that's what you're intending to do, but it really looks more like you're just casting yourself as, I don't even know how to, like, just the way I described it. Like he's sort of this tragic character who has this information that he needs to share and the government's trying to take him out because of it, or supernatural powers are even trying to take him out because of his special knowledge. It always comes down to that idea. He's this forced, reluctant hero. And the sexiest women find him absolutely irresistible and are constantly tearing off clothes for him.
Yeah.
So you're saying I should watch them all in order?
I don't think it really matters if you do, but it's like, I guess it would make more sense if you did in a way. Like to see like the progression.
Yeah, because yeah, exactly. So I'd have to watch all four in succession.
Yeah. What's his latest one? Twisted Pair, or is there one after that?
There's one from 2005, 2013, 2016, and 2018.
I think that Twisted Pair is the newest one, I think.
It is 2018.
Yeah, that one's like one of the most fucking nutso ones just for like what is happening? Yeah. What is this? Why is there two Neil Breens?
Yeah, it also has the fakest beard in the history of cinema.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like you can quite honestly see the Scotch tape holding it on. It's that bad. It's great.
Yeah, it's great. Super bad.
Thank you, Unholy Reaper, for the $10. Yo, fuckhead. How is the fix/replace the potato fund going? Well, it's going better now. Thank you very much. I'll tell you what I did just replace that was absolutely necessary to replace was my phone. Oh my God, I have a super fancy new phone. And by super fancy, I mean I bought last year's model. So it was like a third the price of this year's new model. It's an LG Android. I was without a phone for 6 fucking weeks. You know what that's like?
Ooh. You went off the grid, basically. I bet you had a lot more free time.
I did, but let me tell you something else. You know who was the angriest at me? Take a guess. Who was the angriest at me for not responding quickly to emails and phone calls and text messages and the like?
Every woman in your life ever.
There you go.
Your mother, namely, being the primary woman who's mad at you.
No, actually, my mom understood because I just told her, my phone screen fucked up. Unfortunately, the phone has given up the ghost. It no longer works. It's like I've got a computer that has no monitor. It's still running. It's just if the screen's not on, what the fuck? my mom understood that, but every other woman in my life, absolutely.
I understood that.
Doctoral supervisors, fellow people at school, guy friends of mine, you name it. But every woman, no, it all took personal offense. And
how dare he ignore me?
Yep. What
how
a surprise.
dare his phone not work?
Mm-hmm.
And Daniel Fullman says, is my tooth all better? Yes, it is. Thank you for asking. Oh my God, was that fucking painful. You know what chewing ice is like when you've got a gaping hole in your tooth?
That's a lot of frigid contact with your gums directly.
Yeah, with an exposed nerve. I don't think it was actually exposed. It was just oof. Yeah, don't chew Jolly Ranchers, guys. You might pull out an old filling. That's what happened with me. And then,
or maybe just brush your teeth when you're younger.
Or just don't chew Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah, just don't chew Jolly Ranchers.
So you'd rather not chew Jolly Ranchers than brush your teeth?
I do brush my teeth.
Like that.
No, it's one of those. Weebo, quit being a jackass. It was one of those situations where it was a tiny little cavity that was beginning to form, and the dentist is like, "You know what? You've got dental like through your campus and all of the insanely high tuition fees that you pay, and so we're gonna drill this out as they do to make the hole bigger, and then we're gonna fill it in, and it'll be fine, and that it'll stop it from turning into an actual cavity. That's what the majority cavities are. There's a tiny little hole that they see that could progress to something bad, so we're going to fill it in. And that filling got yanked out by that Jolly Rancher because my old dentist did a shitty job. And my new dentist wasn't willing to commit insurance fraud, as he called it, because my dental insurance doesn't cover, what do they call it? Like fixing old work. It only covers repair of old dental work. It only covers new stuff. Yeah, welcome to we refuse to pay insurance company world. And so I had to pay for it out of pocket, and it was fantastically expensive. So that's what delayed the purchasing of my potato replacement.
So I'm going to read this. Connor Johnson.
But I'm telling you guys, listen, swell jaws, you're not being able to chew properly. Fuck, it was money well spent, let me tell you.
All right, thank you to Connor Johnson, who donated to say, I just watched this film called Enemy. It's the kind of film that requires really deep analysis and interpretation in order to fully understand it. And I'm also going to reset my Wi-Fi because it's getting to a point.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Oh shit.
Oh,
so
fuck.
Is this another bar I get to take over? I'm just gonna steal the fucking lease.
Yeah.
Turn it into a chain, like a chain.
Sometimes it's not even Weebo's internet. It's just she just clicked the wrong button when she went to closed the chat and ended up just exiting herself from. Well, we'll see. We'll see if the stream collapses.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather not think about that, Polydub. You know what's interesting to me is the kind of like reaction people have to teeth problems in general. I wonder why people are like that. People have nightmares about their teeth falling out or crumbling on them.
Yeah. I've had those.
Right? And it's so fucking common. And I'm just not one of those people, but I recognize it's common as hell. And I find that fascinating.
But it's like, that comes from the place of knowing, for me at least, of like, I have like awful genetics when it comes to teeth. So, but like, there's a 50-50 chance, and it's like, well, either my teeth are going to fucking crumble out, or I'm going to be like my nana who had her teeth for an entire life. And it's like, it's that worry of like, I don't know which it is. I just hope it's not the crumbly, dissolving thing. I just don't want to deal with the hassle of fake teeth.
Well, nobody does. Nobody does. I remember this. Remember that time I was telling you about that conversation with my dentist? I'm sitting there in the dentist chair. It's his regular checkup time, and I said, I read this thing the other day that only 40% of people make it to like old age with their teeth, that they don't need replacements and stuff like that. And I said, is that true? And he says, oh yeah, that's absolutely true. He said, I don't know if the number is exactly 40%, but it sounds about right. And I asked him, like, why? Like, is it just inevitable that people are going to lose their teeth, that they're going to fall out and need to have the few remaining ones pulled and replaced with dentures or whatever they call those implant teeth? And he said, and he said, he goes, no, it's not inevitable at all. Those 40% of the people are the people that don't come here. And he says, I don't mean here specifically to my dental office, but people that don't go see dentists, that people that don't brush their teeth or whatever the fuck. Yeah, that's why. The people who don't take care of their teeth. And I said, there's that many of them. He goes, yes, there is. I found that fucking amazing, man. Yeah. Signs of decay scare the living. Okay. I've crushed 3 of my teeth on Holy Reaper said, and it sucked.
Oh God.
Yeah, how, bro? What the hell? How did you crush teeth? They're hard as hell, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious, but I'm not curious at the same time, because it's like I have a thing with bones, right? Like, I really don't like seeing bone. Like, I mean, I guess I can handle that, but it's like the idea of like hearing a broken shit and like that, it extends to teeth as well. So it's like, I'm curious, but I don't know if I want to know.
Dan Fullman has an interesting theory. Something from the caveman days, perhaps. Tooth loss meant death. Yeah.
Maybe.
And not even like caveman days, up until the days of like modern dentistry. You know, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Ancestral fear. I could buy that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I'm sitting here thinking about what to do regarding the stream, because this is we're doing bar hopping from
Back.
cocktail hour.
Oh, hey. I did not steal your lease. It's okay. The security cameras work, apparently.
Ha 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 ha. All right, I had to actually physically shut down my whole ass computer and then turn it back on. So hopefully this makes things work better.
All right.
Fingers crossed.
I was just postulating whether or not we should switch over to Noir Bar right now in case you don't come back, because does it work like Hangouts on Air used to, that after 10 minutes or so the stream collapses if the host isn't there anymore?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Either way, I plan to be here.
Holy Christ.
What?
Unholy Reaper had 3 teeth crushed because of an IED explosion. The concussion slammed his bottom down to his upper. You poor bastard, dude. You're fucking hardcore. Holy shit.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
You know what? That's not it. But you know what? That's not as bad as like whatever it could have. I mean, like that's still really shitty. But like in my mind, it's like at least I can deal with that. Okay, at least that's like.
It wasn't like vehicle shrapnel cutting you in half. Yeah, absolutely.
Fucking hell.
God damn it! What the fuck? You doing okay over there?
I'm eating an ice
Are
cube.
you chewing a Jolly Rancher?
I'm eating an ice cube.
Oh my god.
It's a good time.
All right then.
How do you two eat ice? I don't understand.
Yeah, I eat ice.
It's more fulfilling than actually drinking water.
I have a hard time believing that.
No, she's right.
True. I kid you not. No one nowhere says open mouth saves lives. Well, I don't know about that. Definitely helps though.
Speaking of IEDs and things of the like, you said that you wanted to do the last next charity stream.
Yeah.
Around veterans. I can suggest a great veteran charity that I myself have given to, and there's a number of good ones, but there's a particularly good one I have in mind. PTSD support animals for veterans.
Ooh.
Or seeing eye dogs specifically for blinded or reduced sight veterans that they received in combat zones. I mean, those are just great fucking charities. The numbers is what convinced me of because like the amount of veterans that are on medication simply because of psych issues. You know what I mean? Just prescribe them opiates, man. And it's like, no, that's just incredibly habit forming, and not the numbers of recovery rates and reduction of substance abuse simply by having a PTSD support animal and so forth. Huge. It's really impressive stuff. And it's expensive to train up only certain breeds of dogs to be support animals. So they need a lot of money to run those kind of charities. And I mean, if you're gonna give to anything, that's a fucking great one in my mind.
Can you send me a link?
Yeah, man. Yep.
All right. Cool. Because you know what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to have the people vote on the charity again, like they did last time. But this time it'll be just regarding veterans and not, children's cancer research or veterans, or I can't remember the other 2 options that I put up there. But yeah, I think I'll have the people determine what it is that they want to vote on to send money to. Although I don't think it's going to be a super unpopular option, super unpopular way of doing things, because it wasn't before. So hopefully we Gucci.
Vol Potato says Streamlabs is really fucking up. I tried donating to you 5 times. Oh, I appreciate it. No, obviously none of it's come through, and it didn't go through for you either. But that is not you are not the first person I've heard complain about that. I am actually surprised that YouTube hasn't disallowed Streamlab. Let me say this. Signing into Streamlabs with YouTube. I'm surprised that they haven't disallowed that, because they have their own payment service. Why would they not? I mean, YouTube is a dick in 1,000 different fucking ways. Why would they be Why would they allow a third-party company to undercut them like that? It doesn't make sense to me.
Because it would be very unpopular for them to just kind of nix that completely. I think it would be among one of the more unpopular things for them to do, considering everything that they do, just site-specific, is super unpopular anyway. They get a lot of backlash for that. A lot more.
Well, you know what I have noticed is, I forget what they call it, but there is a limited amount of bandwidth that YouTube dedicates towards that kind of stuff. And both you and I, Weebs, have had that trouble of signing into Streamlabs because you have exceeded the blah, blah, blah limit for today.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So sign back in at 11:59 Pacific Standard Time is what they end up saying, because that's when the new amount of bandwidth starts up. And say, okay, I think that number is going to get lower and lower as time goes on, and that people will have more and more difficulty signing in. I hear you. It would be dramatically unpopular if they just cut out Streamlabs. But then again, I think they do want to do it, and they're just going to limit the amount of bandwidth that they're going to allow for that.
Mm-hmm.
That's my
guess.
I
don't see any way to stop them.
No, neither do I.
That would probably be the better decision for them to go about doing that, because that's more subtle, it's less obvious, and it doesn't affect everyone all at once, which is what I think would be the biggest backlash point that everyone would have, because cutting it just straight up, super obvious, because then everyone knows what's going on. But, throttling bandwidth, that's subtle, less across the board, not everyone notices, and then eventually it's just like, well, we're sick of this, so we're not going to do it.
Well, I mean, Jacob Jett says, he said what I thought. A lot of things YouTube does are unpopular as is. Why would that stop them? When you think about things like the 3 adpocalypses that have happened now, where it's like, oh, we're just going to completely cut your fucking rates across the board, except for our most beloved creators, your Paul brothers, for example, and your, whoever and all your makeup channels and shit.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to leave their CPM, CMPs, whatever the fuck they're called, where they're at. But everyone else is just going to have them like slashed. I mean, that was dramatically unpopular, and they still did that.
Yeah, but slashing Streamlabs just up front, right out the gate for everybody, that would be too obvious, if that makes any sense. Because they slash rates for, the smaller creators, the ones that don't have a super big voice and maybe not have a lot of clout, or definitely do not have a lot of clout, but so no one listens to them. It is not across the board. But if they cut it across the board, that includes all of the super popular mega streamers and super popular mega YouTubers. And they would make a scene about it if that were the case.
Oh, shit. Of All Potatoes donation came through. Thank you very much. And he says, I've said it before, you'd have your PC by now if you didn't have your filling replaced. Okay.
Yeah, just being constant pain, but hey, you will have your
like, I don't know how to say you're not wrong, but you're totally wrong at the same time.
You're right. But you're wrong.
Yes, but no.
Oh, fuck. You hear that silence, Weebo? Except for your chewing?
Crunch.
That's what's not supposed to happen when you're the host.
Crunch.
All right, hang on.
Somebody said in chat that the most uncomfortable form of ASMR is people eating. And you know what? I hear that. Even though I'm that dick that does like chew ice.
I'm chewing. But if you think about it, I'm actually drinking.
That is my claim. Monkey always got on my case for that. He would say, no, that's eating. I'm like, no, it's not. When by the time I swallow, it's liquid. It's drinking. He never bought that reasoning.
So, do you eat or drink an icicle? Oh wait, what's your word for icicle? Fuck.
You mean like an Otter Pop?
Like a Pops?
Yes. Yeah, popsicle.
Or you mean a popsicle?
A popsicle.
You drink a popsicle technically.
Actually. You suck on a popsicle.
I would consider that eating it though.
No. The three main actions that you can commit with your mouth are eating,
Jesus Christ.
drinking, and sucking.
What about blowing?
And sucking is somewhat akin to inhaling. Alright, so there are 4 actions you can take. Drinking, eating, sucking, and blowing. But like 2 of those fall into the same category of breathing.
Oh my god.
You do it to yourself. You do it to yourself. It's just.
Polly, are you done with our shit yet?
I'm not the one who has to deal with the outcome, man. But whatever, it's fine.
Not yet.
It's okay. We're at the end of the stream. Anyone who cares about me being wholesome is definitely not watching by this point.
No, what I wanted to bring up is, remember Deadwing Dork's stream far on the crazy Asian lady that just did ASMR on eating weird stuff.
Oh god. I try to not remember that.
You're talking about the pickle lady?
No, it was like,
No.
let's see, baked cat and like house cat.
Yeah. No, and then there was the one that ate like the live sea animals, like
Yeah.
No! Oh god, no!
Yeah.
I've seen those
Yeah, it
live
was-
leak videos essentially. Oh!
Yeah. Eating all kinds
Yeah.
of like octopus, squid, cuttlefish, like with tentacles, eating them live, not even like dispatching them first.
This is why I try to just block that out of my memory.
I
My
can't.
God.
I cannot. I physically cannot. But I cannot.
Yeah.
At least kill the damn thing before you start to eat it. Do you know
I
how
know, and
terrifying that would be? If it was
millions of
eaten alive?
views, millions upon millions of views, and it's like, can there be millions of views of people watching ironically, or hate watching it,
Yeah.
or are there just
Because
that many
it's- but
fucking
it's
freaks
like-
out there?
I think it's a combination of they're freaks, they're watching just because they're curious, and they can't look away because it's an utter train wreck of a viewing experience.
Yeah.
You know, like how people like to watch train wrecks?
Mm-hmm.
I know that very well.
Same kind of thing. Oh. I've only ever looked it up just specifically for a video purpose, like for the purpose of I think it was my ASMR criticism video. It definitely was probably part of that. And I only put a little bit of it in, and it was like 5 minutes of the worst time of my life.
Yeah.
So bad.
Yeah, and then but imagine then like you watch that, right, and then it's like, okay, yeah, we're done here. Then we move on to the next one, and it's a baked cat.
Like baked alive cat or baked informed cat?
I
or...
would have no idea, but I wouldn't put it past them for it to be baked alive.
That's
Right.
sickening. That's
And the thing that was terrible, it was like, it was a baked
was
cat.
crunchy.
Okay. It was, it was very crunchy. And it was a full cat. Like it looked like the cat was,
Sitting.
like, yeah, sitting. Exactly. You know, sitting like with like its head up and everything.
Right.
Like it had its head, it still had its head, its ears and everything. And she like pulled off one of its ears and a big chunk of head meat came off with it. And she started eating. Oh God. And she's
Yeah,
doing
like,
this all
that was
right up
awful.
close to her microphone. It was just like, this is, okay, so there's torture porn. What would you call that? Food horror porn?
food gore? I don't know.
Food gore? That'd be a
Food
good
gore.
one.
Yeah. Food.
Yeah, and then like that same lady, she had like another one where, and it was very obvious what she was doing because it was like shock value, right? Because I mean, come on, it's a cat, like a baked alive cat. Assuming baked alive, you don't know, but again, wouldn't put it past her. All right, so but obviously she did it for the shock value of it. Because I mean,
Yeah.
otherwise, why the fuck would it just be a cat lying there, you know, in that position and everything?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why? And so she did another one, right? And it was just a dog's paw,
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
prepared in the exact same way as the cat, but it's like it had like you could tell it was a paw, and it's like once you see that, you're like, yeah, no, she's doing this for the fucking shock value of it. Like, I mean, I wouldn't put it past them of like, yeah, maybe this is like a traditional thing you guys do. I mean, I don't think it's okay, but prepared like that, no.
No, would you have the same reaction if someone was eating like a full-on boar's head that had just been prepared?
Yes.
You know, okay.
I would have the exact same reaction.
Okay.
Because that's like, I mean, and again, it's like, it's only because it's like, it's the head. I'm okay with eating meat, but it's like, I don't like seeing it as like,
a thing.
you know, like the whole thing. Like, I get it. I understand the process behind it and everything. It's just, I don't want to see that.
Oh God, I need to go cuddle Cole. Where is he?
Poor kitty.
We should have a cat in here cuddle.
Yeah, I need to go.
Oh, I didn't realize it.
My
X17 asked, eating them live head first, like the squids and shit. Yeah, that was the horrible part, eating them head first. So of course the tentacles are like freaking out all over her face, going up her nose. Like it was.
Yeah. Or like the ones where she'd be dipping it in the sauce beforehand and it'd still be freaking out. And it's like, oh God.
Well, yeah, it's like, of course it's freaking out. It's being eaten alive. And now here's the thing that kills that, like, yeah, Deadwing was making the point, like, this is on YouTube, and that was my exact reaction. Let me see if I get this right. That's monetized, no problem, but PewDiePie like drops an N-bomb and it's the end of everybody's monetization. But this woman's eating live animals, and it's totally cool because all cultures are beautiful. Am I right? What the fuck?
You're probably eating it head first is because you don't want the tentacles to like actually sucker onto the inside of your neck.
Oh yeah, probably.
Because then you choke to death on the thing.
I'm still
that would be.
I'm just still surprised that she even goes for it in the first place, because it's like, I mean, I've had like, you know, the kind of sushi where like they put the raw fish on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and even though that shit's like, you know, it's safe, it's somewhat prepared, like just not cooked. It's not great. Like
you don't like raw sushi?
I like raw fish.
I don't.
I'm actually a big fan.
Yeah, but it's like, it's still raw, and like, yeah, maybe some people like that, but it's like, I cannot imagine you sitting down and being, okay, I like raw fish and sushi, so I'm just gonna eat this entire fucking live squid.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that.
How do you jump from that to that? I don't understand.
No, you don't. There are several degrees of separation between raw fish and living squid in my mouth.
Yeah.
X17 says, saying I don't wear masks, instantly demonetized. Right? Like, it's the things that are prioritized in terms of the outrage that will cause defunding and so forth. Mind-blowing.
This is,
I mean, an overly sexual discussion. Oh, demonetized. Oh, what are the children? COPA, am I right? Blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm. What is essentially snuff porn of animals. There you go. Yeah. That's monetizable.
Full nude yoga. Fine. It's perfectly fine. It's just,
I think it's more than perfectly fine, Polly.
I want to find the one fucking person, because there has to be somebody out there that's like a yoga enthusiast, like some woman that's like, I watch the nude yoga channel on YouTube because I want to study the way she does warrior pose and downward facing dog. Her technique is great. There's got to be at least one person who's not fapping to it.
Right?
They're like,
because we know 99.9% of people are just there to fap to it, because it's not like
absolutely.
It is not a fat, unattractive person doing yoga.
Is there for that? Because we didn't perform scientific studies, so
take a fucking guess.
Yeah, I can take an educated guess.
Yeah, I don't think you really need a study for that. You know?
No, I'm just giving him a hard time.
Yeah.
So we have less than a minute left until we hit the hour-and-a-half mark that we do. And then we go over to Noir Bar.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've got it more or less set up and ready to go.
Yeah. Woo! All right. So, guys, go ahead right quick. Click on the link in the description to Polly's channel. It should probably...
Oh, yeah. I should probably have a link already ready up. Fuck.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
I'm not
Polly.
professional.
It's okay.
It's
Fine.
I still have this stream privated, for Christ's sake.
Polly!
God. Polly, what are you
Polly!
doing?
Polly!
Being unprofessional. It's what I do.
Give me the stream link. Give it to me so we can do this thing.
Private.
Seamless, flawless Passover.
Public.
Go, Polly.
Save.
Narrate.
Okay, it should be up. See, I still have this fucking complaint. The back end of YouTube, they've changed this so many times. Creator Studio, they just recently changed it yet again, like in the past couple of weeks. They still don't allow you to have a shareable link. That would be one of the most useful things they could do. They've got 360 video enabled. They've got closed caption enabling. They've got all your latency settings. They've got backup server URLs that mean nothing to nobody except for tech nerds. But the one most useful thing that everybody would want, the shareable link, is not here.
Womp womp.
Fucking garbage, man.
Wompity womp womp. Womp womp.
So let me just go over to my own channel to grab the link.
Oh, God. Is it live?
It should be.
All right. Where are you? I'm going to take a walk. Nah, it's not there.
It's not there yet.
Good night.
No.
Rough.
Well, it's not even there for me. And it's my fucking channel.
Ooh.
Great.
Yeah. Let's see
Okay,
if you look it up. Polydub. Here's the thing, it's popped up like that before.
Yeah.
Like I haven't been able to find it in like the notification bell in my sub box or on his channel, but if I've looked it up, it has appeared.
Okay, Polydub. I see you. There's a set reminder for the Noir bar, so I'm just gonna pop that link in the
That's
chat.
the one. That's the
found
one.
it.
Yeehaw, diggity dogs.
Cool.
See, what did I tell you? You can look it up and it's right there. Nowhere else.
Yep.
Insanity.
See, that's why you gotta use the Me Sucks bot.
The who and the what now?
The Me Six bot that we call that we have affectionately nicknamed Me Sucks. I think that was Eve actually.
Daniel Fulman asked, "Can we get curbside service at Noir Bar?" No, you can come on in. It's 1942. There is no COVID.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so guys, hop on over there. I'm going to be ending the broadcast over here, and then we're going to continue the show on Noir Bar and doing all that jazz over there. So thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, links are always in the description for both of my co-hosts, especially on this occasion, because we have company of Far, and I'm super excited about that. Woohoo! Thank you to those who liked, commented, shared, subscribed, and to those who will do so in the future. Please and thank you. And thank you to those who subscribed to both of my lovely co-hosts and followed them and donated to them and maybe bought their merch. Much appreciated. And we will see you when we see you next, which is going to be on Norbar. So, bye!
See ya!
See you soon, everyone. Come on over. Yay!
Bye!